Hello, my name is Nathan Workman with the Charlotte School of Law Legal Writing Center, and today we're going to be going over how to format your appellate brief. Now, going over and formatting your appellate brief can be a long and drawn-out process, but I've tried to structure for you a methodology by which you can complete this in a structured manner to spend as little time possible on your brief. So first, before you start this, hopefully we'll have at least completed this much. You'll have a sample cover page that's already formatted for you and ready to go. You should have the entire text of your document completed at this point and have that ready to go. You should have your certificate of service ready to go. And you should have a general outline of what statutes you've used and also what you need to include on your table of contents, just to make sure that you can double check after we're finished and make sure that you know how to get there. So I'm going to try to break up this video into manageable sections in order to not overwhelm you as we're going through this today. So the first thing that we're going to cover is document properties, how to generally format your document to make sure that you're doing everything you need to be doing at the front. Second, we're going to be going over the individual sections of the appellate brief to make sure you don't miss anything. Third, we're going to go over text formatting. Fourth, we're going to go over page numbers and how to do the numerology. Fifth, we're going to go through the table of contents, and finally we're going to go through the table of citations. Now to start, one thing I would recommend when you're making your final draft copy, a lot of times you're going to have different formatting in the different documents that you have. So what we're going to do to try to make this simple is go ahead and create a new document. So right up here on my screen, as you can see, I have a brand new unblemished Microsoft Word document. The first thing that we're going to do at this point then is we're going to change our margins to 1 inch. Now 1 inch are the recommended margins here for the appellate brief. So we're going to go to File, Page Setup, and once Page Setup pulls up for us here, we can see that the default template will give us a left side margin and a right side margin of 1.25 inches. So what we're going to do is change that to 1 inch. So you can delete the numbers, or you can go down like this and change it to 1 inch. But either way, you're set. So now that we have the margin set to 1 inch, we're now ready to start pasting our completed document into it. So first, obviously, we're going to have our cover page. So here's the cover page that I have. We're going to hit select all here and copy. And then go back to our clean document and hit paste. And that should give us everything. Now be sure to double check, make sure everything went over okay, and make sure that it all processed properly. But hopefully it will for you. And here it has for us. So now, once we have the cover in, what we're going to do is insert a page break. So I've got insert break. Once we have this page break up, we're ready to begin the statement regarding oral argument. Now this is a heading that we're going to have, and you probably have written some of it in your, hopefully you've already written it if you've completed your memo to this point. But anyway, instead of copying and pasting it in here, since I don't have one for examples of us here, what we're going to go ahead and do is just type in statement regarding oral argument. And then hit enter a couple of times to give us some room. Now the way we format a heading is that we're going to select all, we're going to center it, we're going to bold it, and we're going to underline it. Now we'll fill in our sample text here later. So let's just make a note into us here. So we're going to fill in that text. And then the next thing we're going to do is enter a page break to go to our next section. So here we insert another page break. Now the next section is going to be a table of contents. So go to table of contents, hit enter a couple of times again, and now we're going to format the table of contents the same way that we formatted the statement regarding oral argument. We're going to center it, bold it, and underline it. Once that's complete, we're going to insert another page break. Now we're going to enter in the table of citations heading. So, table of citations. And again, we're going to highlight it, underline it, and bold it. Now once this is complete, we're going to come to the end of this section here, and we've completed the first few pages of what we're going to start entering. But next, after the table of citations, remember when we have a completed document, we're going to want the first part in Roman numerals, and then the second part in Arabic numerals, where the actual body text is. So now that we've completed the last page of what will end up being the index of our paper, what we're going to do, instead of inserting a page break, we're going to insert a section break, and we're going to do the type next page. So click on that, and now we have a new page. This new page is in a separate section, and we'll find out why that's important later. For now that we have this new page, go ahead and insert your body text. So right here, I have an example of some body text that I was given. We're going to select all. Alright, and there it goes. Now once this has been pasted in, we can start to format it. Go through and check and make sure that you've indented all of your paragraphs, that all of your headings for your different major sections are bolded and underlined, and make sure that any of your outline sections are properly formatted. Right here we have an issue. We have this in blue, so we're going to go ahead and select that. We're going to change the text to black. And here is B. So let's take a look at B. It's formatted properly. The heading is titled the way that it should be, in an uppercase regular titling style. And then we're going to check and make sure we have A, and see that it's properly formatted. And it is here again. Now 2 we have an issue. 2 is not properly formatted here. It didn't carry over properly. So what we're going to do is we're going to change that. The 2 should line up with the edge, and then this should line up with the side. Now for the actual measurements for these things, what you're going to want to follow is for the Roman numeral that starts you out, the number should line up with the outside edge of your text, which should be 0 inch for us here. Now from 0 inch, we're going to want to come in 1/4 of an inch, and that's where the text should line up. Now you can create this tab, this black tab, by clicking anywhere on this toolbar. So here we want to create it 1/4 inch, so I'll just click at 1/4 inch. Alright, so the next step is to paste in our body text. Now what I have here is a sample body text section that has already been completed. So what we're going to do here is go ahead and copy it, and then we're going to paste it into our blank section. So we do edit, paste.